Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Union Pacific Railroad Evanston subdivision in HO Scale. My name's Daryl Cruz, owner and builder of the layout, and your host for episode 12 of the 2023 season. And we do have plaster at Curvo. And had a very short week this last week. Spent most of it in North Carolina with some great friends from Georgia. So only had a couple days to work on the layout. And was able to get some more work done here at Curvo. Now, one of the first things I figured out as I was, kind of working on this is kind of how it ended up last week. And I'm finding, even though I was out of town, I'm finding it's harder and harder to get progress done on scenery. Scenery definitely takes not only time to accomplish it, but a lot of time just thinking about, okay, how's this going to look? And to be honest with you, I was not happy with the way this looked, especially how it looks above the lower tunnel portal. Just did not look very natural at all. In fact, it kind of looks like a house there above that. And so I was trying to figure out, okay, what should I do here? And so I went back to the original picture. So here's the picture of the Curvo. Here's what it is right now. Okay, not the same. Curvo again. You can see both of the above both portals. It's curved. It's slanted. It's at a gradual slope, whereas I had it pretty much vertical. So, if it's not right, tear it out and start again, which is exactly what I did. I was not happy with it, so I just got my X-Acto knife out and just cut a big hole where the scenery was, and I put in some new cardboard webbing, and as you can see, I kind of put in a nice slope, and then I finally was able to go ahead and put the rest of the plaster gauze over on top, and that was actually, it looks pretty good. Definitely you can see both tunnel portals, which is very important. This is kind of just standing next to it. Now, if I kind of reach over, I suppose my head kind of leaning over, but if I'm just standing here, this is kind of how it looks. So you can actually see both tunnel portals now as you're operating trains on the layout. This is really reaching over, kind of see what it looks like on the back side. So it definitely looks much, much better. And it's going to be pretty much ready for some painting here pretty soon, except that I noticed something else. So it's nice, the slope is nice and gradual like it is on the prototype above the lower tunnel portal. But then I noticed I still had a pretty much vertical above the upper tunnel portal. So I was like, well, shoot, that's not right either. And so I wasn't able to do it right away because I actually ran out of plaster gauze, but I am going to rip that out. So if you look again, this kind of shows you what the Curvo looks like. So here you have, that's the gradual slope above the lower tunnel portal. That's really pretty gradual. But there is a slope also above the upper. Now, it's not quite as gradual as the lower, but there is a slope to it. So tomorrow probably I'm going to be cutting this out here and make sure that that slopes away gradually from the above the upper portal as well. And of course I'm going to have to take into account then also the maintenance road and how that's going to all fit in too, because I want to have that be a big part of it. So scenery is going a lot slower than I expected it. I'm not sure why I expected it to go fast, except that I spent a year and a half pretty much zooming through bench work and track lane and everything, and now we're getting into some finishing stuff with the scenery And I'm definitely taking my time. So everybody, myself and all of you who've been following along, are going to have to make an adjustment to not seeing a ton of progress each week. I am going to try and still post every week, but there won't be near as much progress each time as there was when I was building bench work and laying track and so on. But this is how it looks right now. Next week it'll look a little bit different, and then I'll have that slope fixed above the upper tunnel portal, and then I'm hoping maybe to get some paint on here, at least get some a thin coat of regular plaster on top of this to kind of smooth it out and strengthen it, and then hopefully get some painting done and some ground foam. There's a ton of work yet to do. Again, my goal is to do the peninsula 100%, and it may take me, I'd be surprised if I have it all done by summertime. So it's going to take me at least a couple months. I'm figuring the rest of March, all of April, all of May. One thing that kind of bites into my progress time is that we go out of town a lot. We were in North Carolina for a week. Only got back on Thursday, so I actually only got to work on this on Friday and Saturday. This week I'll be home most of the week, but most of April I'll be home. As we see some stack trains. These are the stack trains that contain the new intermodal equipment that I just received from Lombard Hobbies. You might want to check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Package opening from Lombard Hobbies. I posted that yesterday. But that's where things are right now. Here you can kind of see how it blends in with regular scenery. I think it's going to look pretty cool. All right, being careful, trying to make sure things are done correctly and looks good. And I'm definitely excited about how it's going to look when it's completely finished with the ballast in and everything else. So I'm going to fix the scenery here at Curvo. I'm also going to try and see if I can't get that girder, the mid-pier girder, kind of started also. Get that, an idea of what that's going to look like. But make sure you stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have something at midweek sometime. Also maybe a live video later this week, sometime in the middle, and then an update next week. Hope everybody had a great weekend and have a great week coming up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you subscribe and comment and like and become a member. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.